जीवन्मुक्तिप्रदं देवं क्षमापूर्णं
Paramahamsa Nityananda is a rare living incarnation, a yogi by birth. He has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English, books in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese, with translations in 26 languages are available. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 8,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services, ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world offer exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. Having meditation centers in 151 countries including Bidadi, Tiruvannamalai, Rajapalyam, Salem, Hyderabad, Varanasi, Los Angeles, Ohio, Seattle, San Jose and Phoenix. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nityananda Dhyanapitham, a spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation. A contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers. Adept in Ashtamahasiddhis, mystical yogic powers, he has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands, gracing them with spiritual powers. A spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples worldwide in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places like Bangalore, Hyderabad and Tiruvannamalai in India. A dynamic young guru who is an inspiration to thousands of youngsters. India's most watched spiritual guru online. A beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nityananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment.
आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं नित्यमुक्तं निर्विकल्पं ध्यानलोकप्रदीपकं वन्दे शान्तमयं बन्धं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम् आनन्दगन्धसञ्चारं सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्तं वन्दे ज्ञानालयं नाथं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्.
I'll give you the difference between honesty and authenticity. For example, if you are angry with somebody, you will express directly to that person, I am angry with you. It is honesty, but that is not authenticity. Authenticity means really two beings may understand each other where even the anger will not happen. Please understand, there is a difference between honesty and authenticity. Honesty is socially good quality. Authenticity is spiritual quality. It is not social good quality. When you say you even pay taxes, you are honest. But don't mistake that honesty into authenticity. Honesty is only the first step, initial step. Authenticity is the spiritual quality. Authenticity means living the spiritual truths authentically. See, a husband lying to the wife, neither there is honesty nor authenticity. Husband telling truth to the wife that he is a womanizer is honesty but not authenticity. Husband living just as a husband is authenticity. So each person's role, if he or she is completely living, it is authentic. When he is failing and revealing the failure to the other person, it is honesty. Revealing the failure is not living successfully, understand. It is honest, no doubt, but not authentic. Honesty is not authenticity. Authenticity means living the truth. Are you paying back to the universe? Are you keeping the balance sheet with the universe proper? You may be keeping your balance sheet proper with a country, nation. Are you keeping your balance sheet proper with the cosmos, with the universe? What is the meaning of the word keeping the balance sheet in tune with the cosmos? Just remembering continuously, you are not qualified for anything. Everything is showered on you. Is what I mean by keeping your balance sheet straight with the cosmos. You don't need to pay anything back. Cosmos does not ask you anything back. Only thing, the attitude, everything is a gift to you, is keeping the balance sheet authentic with the cosmos. You do not know, gratitude is such a powerful ingredient. The moment you add that, honesty becomes authenticity. Honesty is more like a hot love. Authenticity is like a cool stream. Understand? Honesty will always be demanding. I am honest, you be honest. Authenticity will be always flowing. I am flowing, I don't bother about you. Authenticity fills you and others. Honesty burns others and you. Many times I have seen the people who are honest, within few days or few weeks or few months, they will torture and kill the other person in the name of honesty. God, I tell you, I am afraid of so-called honest people. I love authentic people. Honesty is a foolish substitute to authenticity. There are so many beautiful stories between Radha and Krishna, Sati and Shiva, where Sati was having honesty but not authenticity. Radha was having honesty but not authenticity. When you are caught by honest people, it is like marrying English philosophy teacher. Just by words, she will boil you. This honesty demands or tries to torture the other person. First of all, understand, honesty is basic ideas. The foundations on which you built your concept of honesty and the foundations with which each person builds his life is different. It is like you are building on the ground. From the second floor you are standing saying, I am stretching my hand. You stretch your hand and lift me. And the other person is there sitting on a building which is above the hill. His very foundation is above the hill. And you say, I am honest, I am stretching my hand. You also be honest, stretch your hand and lift me. Be authentic. Just climb the hill up, come. I am here to lift you. When I say climb the hill and come, that is what? I am lifting you. But you say, no. I am honest, you be honest. Alright, you stand there and sing the song. I'll be sitting here and doing my work. Many times, honesty is a poor substitute to authenticity. And the very idea of honesty is built on your ego.
क्या आप स्वयं एक अवतार पुरुष से अपने जीवन में दिव्य मार्गदर्शन चाहते हैं? प्रस्तुत करते हैं अवतार पुरुष से वार्ता।
Nityananda here.
परमहंस नित्यानंदा संसार को एक और अतुल्य और अनोखी भेंट दे रहे हैं।
You got practically everything and too much for a phone call.
अब वो लाइव किसी के भी प्रश्नों का उत्तर स्वयं देंगे।
That's great. No, you ask anything you want in your life. Ask me any boon you want.
8 से प्रारंभ। कुछ सौभाग्यशाली लोग जो 08027279999 पर फोन करेंगे, वो स्वयं स्वामी जी से बात कर सकते हैं। लाइव देखें NTV पर ntv.nityananda.org।
But authenticity is built on the cosmic understanding. Authenticity is living the truths from yourself. Honesty is living the versions of the truths given to you by society. What is most of the honest people say? Whatever society taught you as a truth, you try to live. It is just based on the fact or the figure, which is not the truth of the life. Just yesterday I was seeing a documentary on the history of India. The very word is wrong. India does not have history. Purana of India is the right word. Because we never bothered about the components required for history. See, components required for history is facts, figures, time, all that. One historian, Indian fellow, has an audacity to tell Indians did not have the sense of leaving the history to the future, posterity. They did not care for posterity. Fool doesn't know. After 60,000 years, still we remember who gave the Gayatri mantra to whom and what is the meter it should be chanted. Exactly as it is, untouched. In the whole world, uncorrupted, oldest literature is Vedas. Without any manipulation, pollution, corruption, misrepresentation, morphing, it is there as it is. Then how this guy is saying that Indians did not bother about keeping things for posterity? No. We did, but we did not bother about these facts and figures because that is not our psyche. Our psyche is all about the conscious evolution. See, our purpose of life itself was conscious evolution. So anything which is not necessary for that, we never bothered about it. So we are not the people who are bothered about the facts and figures and numbers. We are the people who are bothered about conscious growth. So anything related to conscious evolution, we have very systematically recorded. Can you imagine the days when there was no TV or radio or any other mass communication system? From Harappa to Rameshwaram, the same Gayatri was getting recited. From the Kailash to Columbu, same Rudram was getting chanted in the same meter, in the same tone, in the same tune. How dare these fellows say that Indians did not have sense about saving things for posterity? We saved what is useful. You save junk, we save whatever is necessary. The fellows who saved too many junk, it is like I have seen in Tiruvannamali, one mad fellow was there, he will collect all the junk, dirt and keep it with him. Suddenly one day, somehow by mistake he got the power. He got the power and he declares from today only junk should be collected. All currency loses the value, only junk has value. What will happen? That's the same thing is happening. These foolish fellows created foolish history of facts and figures which has no use for the future of the humanity, and they are saying Indians have not collected the history. I am starting this Enlightening TV just to teach all these things to the world. Are from Kedarnath, I don't know how many thousands of meters high from the ground level it is. From Kedarnath to Trigonamalai. From Kedarnath to Trigonamalai, the temples built are in the same proportion. The sounds created are the same meter. The actions performed are in same tune. From Kedarnath to Trincomalee and Dwarka to Dhaka, if it is done with the same tone, tune, even after 60,000 years.
The Ingenious Program, a field of all possibilities. The children in the Ingenious Program are directly under the guidance of enlightened Master Paramahamsa Nithyananda. Nithyananda is an incarnation and exudes the knowledge of conflict-free living. He states that enlightenment is our birthright. What an incredible gift for your child, a once-in-a-lifetime privilege to live and thrive in the energy field of all possibilities and give enlightenment to your child. Where every child can become a genius. Learning can unveil the genius in every child, provided it stimulates higher-order thinking skills, positive self-esteem, teamwork, and an internal locus of control. Research has proven that holistic teaching methodologies paired with meditation stimulate whole brain functioning and result in self-directed, spontaneous, and creative lifelong learners. An enriched environment. When young children have an enriched environment conducive to early learning in life, they have higher IQ, cognitive intelligence, EQ, social emotional intelligence, and SQ, spiritual intelligence. These early experiences are critical for the development of the child. Peer pressure and destructive social conditioning can take its toll on the child. It can create negative thought patterns and destructive behaviors unless these enriching experiences are provided. An enriched environment includes whole brain activities which stimulate the utilization of both sides of the brain. The right brain is responsible for creativity, intuition, spontaneity, quantum memory, learning in a flash, and computer-like calculations. The left side of the brain is responsible for inner linear thinking and analysis. When both sides of the brain are integrated, performance is optimal. Brain Yoga. Brain Yoga activates the ability to balance the right and the left brain. This helps open the sixth sense. Children are given activities to balance both sides of the body simultaneously, using distinctive postures that stimulate both sides. The neurological brain patterns move from beta to alpha, increasing alertness and attention. Quantum memory. Quantum memory is a constant downloading of information without interference of the mind. Observation skills are directly related to memory skills. Reading without interference of the mind, reading at quantum speed, will lead to quantum memory without the mind getting in the way. Creative and performing arts. Dance, drama, music, sculpting, and design offered in the Ingenious Program provide kinesthetic motor stimulation to engage the brainwave patterns, resulting in expanded creativity and resourcefulness. Sattvic food. Children are given the benefit of fresh sattvic food prepared to the standards according to the ancient Vedic lifestyle. The food is fresh, with fruits and vegetables. Vegetarian food creates radiant health in the body. Vedic cultural arts. Sanskrit chanting stimulates the brain to produce full brain coherence, developing clearer perception and integrated thinking. Chanting also promotes inner silence and improves the attention span. Meditation and expanded awareness. Meditation instills a deep silence in the child, resulting in deeper, richer perception and clarity in thinking. Ingenious produces the next step in evolution, a mature human being who functions at a higher state of consciousness. Expanded awareness provides the platform for a vision of all abilities of life, perfect health, prosperity, and life without conflict. What more could you ask for your child?
If I can just teach this one science to the kids, I will have millions of enlightened beings. And even now we know who revealed the Gayatri Mantra, to whom? Who revealed the Mrityunjaya Mantra, to whom? There is a clear introduction. Vishwamitra Rishi. There is a clear introduction. In which meter it should be chanted, in which chanda it should be chanted. We were working more on authentic stuff, not honest stuff. Indian history is authenticity. All right. Now you know how many millions of people have been killed by Napoleon Bonaparte with a detailed fact. Where, how many, all that. Okay, what is the use? Finally, this only created one more fellow, Hitler. And he thinks his tomb also will be preserved if he kills millions of people, much more than Napoleon. That's where you are heading. Honesty is not authenticity. Whether it is in the individual's life or the country's history or the whole cosmos, honesty is not authenticity. Please understand, Rupesh, you have mistaken honesty to authenticity. Great. Honesty is much better quality than this backstabbing thieves, robbers, no doubt. But that is not the spiritual depth. With honesty, you will have your place, no doubt. But only with authenticity, you will have the divine grace. I always tell people, if you are honest, you will have feet at my place. You will have place at my feet. This is a nice word. You will have your feet at my place. And you will have place at my feet. But if you are authentic, you will have place in my heart. Your heart will have place in me. Understand? There's a big difference between honesty and authenticity. The very foundation on which you build your honesty, the very foundation in which I am living is totally different. Many people try to get me saying that I am honest, but still I have not received your grace or received you in my life. The very foundation of your honesty is foolishness. So understand, you need to become authentic, not just honesty. But the problem is, the so-called honest fellows will be really arrogant. They will think that is the ultimate. It is very rare people evolve from honesty to authenticity. Blessed are those who evolve from honesty to authenticity. Authenticity means living it, living the truth, non-compromising, non-suffering and non-bending, courage and non-violent. Honesty will be more like a hot love, dangerous. I'm telling you. Hot love is always dangerous. The problem is, these honest fellows will say, hey, I am much better than the fellows who are backbiting. Okay, but that does not qualify you to be in the ultimate space, authentic space. I have seen always all these Mathura Bhavas will be stuck with honesty, will never move to authenticity. Matru Bhava means seeing as a mother, seeing the ultimate as mother, will straight move to authenticity. And Dasa Bhava will straight move to authenticity. But this Sakha Bhava and Mathura Bhava will always be stuck with honesty, will never move to authenticity. That is why this Sakha Bhava and Mathura Bhava, I am afraid of them. These fellows are burning torch. The problem is they will not only burn you, sometimes they will burn themselves. Sakabhava and Madhurabhava, big danger. These guys will be honest but never authentic. Dasabhava and Matrubhava will be straight going to authenticity. They will be honest also, but straight away they will move to authenticity. Honesty is better than dishonesty, hypocrisy, no doubt. As I said, with honesty, you will have a place in my feet, but only with authenticity, you have a place in my heart.
ब्रह्ममुरारिसुरार्चितलिङ्गं निर्मलभाषितशोभितलिङ्गं जन्मजदुःखविनाशकलिङ्गं जन्मजदुःखविनाशकलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि नित्यानन्दलिङ्गम्।
ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय नमस्ते रुद्रमन्यवपुतोत इषवे नमः नमस्ते अस्तु धन्वने बाहुभ्यामुदते नमः या च यशः शिवतमा शिवं बभूव ते धनुः शिवा शरव्याया तमतया नो रुद्रमृडय या ते रुद्र शिवा तनोरघोर पापकाशिनी तया नस्तनुभाषन्तमया गिरिशन्ताभिजागशीः या विशृङ्गिरिशन्तहस्ते बिभष्ट्यस्तवे शिवाङ्गिरित्रतां कुरु माहि पुंसेः पुरुषं जगते शिवेन वचसा त्वा गिरिशाच्छा वदामसि यथा नः सर्वमिज्जगदयक्ष्मगुं सुमना असत् अद्य वोचदधिभक्ता प्रथमो दैव्यो ऋषगे अहीहश्च सर्वान् जम्बयन् सर्वाश्च यादुत्राण्यः असौ यस्ताम्रो अरुणपुत भभ्रस्सु मङ्गलः ये चेमागुं रुद्र अभितो दिक्षु श्रुता सहस्रशो वै शागुं हेडयीमहे असव्यो वसर्पति नीलग्रीवो विलोहितः उदैनं गोपा अदृशन्नदृशन्नुदहार्यः उदैनं विश्वा भूतानि सदृष्टो मृडयातिनः नमो अस्तु नीलग्रीवाय सहस्राक्षाय ईडुषे अतो ये अस्य सत्त्वान्मोहं तेभ्यो करन्नमः प्रमुञ्चदन्वनत्वमुभयोरार्तियोर्जा याश्च ते हस्त इषवः परात भगवो वप अवदत्यरनुस्त्वगुं सहस्राक्षशतेषु ते निशीर्याणवागुं उत अनेशन्नस्येषव आपुरस्य निषङ्गतिः या ते हेतिर्मेडुष्टमहस्ते बभूव ते धनुः तयास्मान् विश्वतस्त्वमयक्ष्मया परिभुज नमस्ते अस्त्वायुधाय नातताय धृष्णवे उभाभ्यामुदते नमो बाहुभ्यां तव धन्वने परिते धन्वनो हेतिरस्मान् दृढक्तो विश्वतः अथो य इषुरिस्तवारे अस्मन्निधेहितम् नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठमृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदा शिवाय शङ्कराय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः नमो हिरण्यवागवे सेनान्येतिशां च पतये नमो नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यः पशूनां पतये नमो नमः सस्मिञ्जराय त्रिशीमदे पदीनां पतये नमो नमो बब्लुषाय विव्याधिने नानां पतये.
The translation, he whose every enterprise is without fancy for the object of desire and whose action is consumed by the fire of consciousness is called as the wise man by the wise. Wow. Bhagavan is using a very beautiful word. Tamaha panditam bhutaha. Even the wise people call him as wise man. That is a very difficult thing. You can get the Brahmarishi title from anybody, not from a person like Vasishta. You can get all these foolish things, Nobel Prize, these, that, everywhere. But not the title, Jagadguru. Alright, you try to get the Nobel Prize when there is no pal. By the time you run and get the Nobel Prize, no pal. No pal means no teeth. Your life is over. You only reach the Nobel zone instead of Nobel zone. Bhagavan is very beautifully putting, even the wise call you as wise. Let's enter into the verse. As I said, that 18th verse, of is attached to this verse, 19th verse. Sometime Bhagavan was speaking so fast, he need to use 1.5 verses to convey some idea. In this he is doing the same thing. The 18th verse is expressing two truths, two sacred secrets. One, when you understand all your actions are just natural expressions of your balanced or imbalanced hormones. Please understand, if you are experiencing anxiety, that is because some problem in your navel center. If you are experiencing fear, insecurity, that is because of adrenaline release. If you are experiencing extraordinary depression, that is because some problems in the heart center. Actually, just if your pulse rate can be altered, you can be put into depression or got out of depression. Just the pulse rate and the blood pressure, nothing else. Wrong combination of pulse rate and blood pressure is a depression. Just that is balanced, immediately you will be out of depression. Every action or the emotion which makes motion in you. See, energy which creates motion in you is emotion. Any emotion in you is just hormonal imbalance, chemical imbalance in your body. Please understand, even the peace you experience through the pranayama is chemical balancing in your body. That is not permanent. You need to know the peace or the silence you experience in your body through pranayama or kumbhaga. Any action is again only balancing of chemicals. That is also not the ultimate. That is only, see, you imbalanced it by wrong actions. By right action I am balancing it. But that is not ultimate enlightenment. Only by the actionless action, which is unclutching, leads to authentic, permanent, ultimate transformation. So first thing you need to know, all the actions is just hormonal imbalance, the chemical imbalance in the body. This will liberate you from all the karmas. That is the first sacred secret. Bhagavan is revealing in the 18th verse. The second sacred secret, in the inaction, understand, you become the center of all the actions of the universe. In the generator, there is one part of the generator running in high speed. There will be another one part of the generator static in the center. But the static part is the center of all the action. Everything generated. Little bit of my mechanical engineering knowledge is coming to help. Very rarely I quote mechanical engineering. Same way, when you understand the static part in you as you become center of all the actions of cosmos. Very beautifully Bhagavan says, Sayukta Krishna Karma Krita. He becomes the performer of all actions. And he says, he is the man of contemplation among men. Means he becomes man among men. He becomes yogi among rogis and bogis. Human beings are only three categories. Yogi, bogi, rogi. Person who understands all actions are just chemical imbalance, sees inaction, becomes yogi. He realizes the inaction center of him is the center of cosmic actions. With all this, Bhagavan is finally saying one simple thing, be unclutched. That's it. Because when you unclutch, you understand the static part of you. The static part of you, I tell you, realizing the static part of you is the greatest strategy for life. There are only two kinds of religions on the planet Earth. Religions which started giving different strategies for a happy life. The religions which gave be unclutched, experience the static zone of you. That is the ultimate strategy for living your life. Only these two religions exist in the planet Earth. All religions can be classified under these two. One unfortunate thing, when realizing static is the only strategy, you need a group of people who are also trying to realize that, so that you are not hurt by the society, people around you. See, for example, there are some religions which gave different strategy. You can marry 4 times. You can eat 3 times. You can do this. You can do that. You need to do this, do that. When the strategies are given, easy for common man to practice. But the strategyless strategy means experience your static zone. That is the ultimate strategy. When this truth is given to you, not only you need to be realizing it, you need to have at least few people around you who are also interested in realizing it, so that you have a safe zone that you are able to realize it. You are encouraged to realize it. The truth, realize your static zone, that is the ultimate strategy in the life, is Upanishad. The group of people who are working to realize the truth are the seekers. The place where they live is ashram. You all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nityananda.
Nityananda Dhyanapitham, Nityananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bangalore, 562109. Contact 0974220331. www.nityananda.org. www.youtube.com/Life Bliss Foundation.